up this morning, I crawled out of my bed. My back was really aching, my eyes were cherry red. It's just the morning after, I don't remember who was here. I'll eat a slice of that cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. I got that not so fresh feeling from my head down to my toes. I think I had a good time, heaven only knows. It's just the morning after. Lord, it's funky up in here. Help me now, yeah. I'll eat a slice of cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. Yeah, you got it now, hey.
All right, yeah, you got it now. Hey, welcome to the Morning After with JP and Big Joe. I'm JP, right over there, as always. Big Joe, how you doing, Big Joe?
Honk, honk. I'm well. How are you?
Doing super well. I see you got some antlers today.
Right?
Yeah, look at you.
You know?
Look at you. Welcome in, everyone. It's the Morning After with JP and Big Joe. Thank you for watching. You might be on Twitch. You might be on YouTube. You might be on Facebook. We appreciate it. Either way, we love you people that watch the live show. We also love you people who watch the replays. You can find the replays on our YouTube channel, so please do. You can watch last week's episode with Vic Stone from Vindicator. We had a great time. Wasn't that fun, Joe?
You know, I was paid to have a good time.
Yeah, but you
I
also
didn't
paid
get
to.
paid.
Well, you know, we also encourage you to tell the people it was a good show as part of your payment.
You know, like 50 cents for like the good time, and another 50 cents to say it. Yeah. No, I do it for free and I do it for fun. And you know what? That was a fun time. Vic Stone is a dope dude, man. I mean,
he's got no filter.
I think you're right. I was gonna say I think he tries, but no, he goes.
He goes. I mean,
yeah.
We all have a filter. We all have a little filter. It depends on. Everybody's filter is differently has different thickness to it. he's got a thinner sort of filter. It's there. You know, he's not gonna talk shit about someone's baby or something. But you know, maybe Tom Warrior. He might talk some shit about Tom Warrior.
Well, I think you might be right. If you read his blog, you definitely know.
Tom Warrior. Yeah, that was a funny story. Check out last week's episode with Vic Stone. You can check it out on our YouTube channel. Like I said, it was a great time. They have a new album out. Vindicator, Vic's band. They have a new album out called Communal Decay. Still waiting for that CD to show up in the mail. I have it on Bandcamp, but it's not as fun to me on Bandcamp, so I'm going to wait for the good old CD. So please check it out, folks. Big announcement. Next week, we got a special guest. Let's talk about it right at the top of the show. Nicholas Alexander Gomez is going to be our special guest next week from the band Zombie Holocaust. You might know them. He's directed a bunch of music videos. He directed a Violation Wound music video, too, didn't he?
He did. What was it? A song, I believe, called Hostage.
I believe so. It had a news kind of story at the front of the.
He did two videos. That one, man, I can't remember that one. He did two music videos. One, he did that one. It was he pulled a bunch of actors together, and then he did another one that had a news story in it, and that was the one where my thought process went to first. And it actually got kicked off of Facebook because it was kind of highlighting a serious thing going on in the news at the time. And it got banned.
Remember.
It was only on there for like a couple hours.
Wow, I don't remember any controversy around it.
Well, it wasn't really controversy, but no, there was a video that when we were doing our last album, which is now like 3 years old. Nick came into the studio and made a little video, and then spliced in footage of I don't remember where it happened, but somebody had hijacked a UPS truck, and there was hostages in there. And when the police took him down on the freeway, they just shot up the truck and killed the hostages as well
Whoa.
as the killer and the shooter and the hijacker.
Did they
So
know? Did the cops know there were hostages in there, or did they just?
I think they did. They did. Yeah, and they just surrounded it and
Oh.
lit it up. And so the news, we put that news, or Nick, when he directed the video, which we loved the video.
Mhm.
He spliced that into the footage that was broadcasted on TV. And I think within the hour, Facebook said, "Hey, I think even YouTube took it down." Which in return, which
Wow.
in results, Facebook took it down too. Nick re-edited it, and that video is still up. It's a song called "Hostage."
Facebook deemed it too soon. Too soon.
Possibly, but I mean, I liked it. I mean, it's you know, kind of highlighting police force and
Yeah.
brutality, and also I mean, it's too soon, but I mean, that's what's going on in the world today. So I mean, I don't
It's
know.
the news, right? They don't
This
tell the
is the
news.
news.
They don't tell CNN. Whoa, guys, too soon, do they?
I don't know. I try not to
You're
watch
like,
the news.
I have no idea.
Which one's CNN?
That's the one with the fake news. I'm told. I don't know though. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. Some guy told me. So yeah, Nick Gomez on the show next week, folks. Everybody
Ooh.
tune in for that one. It's gonna be good. Zombie Holocaust. He works in the film industry. He's a grip in the film industry, so I'm sure he's got a lot of stories about that. Can't wait to talk to him. Just might be a long episode, folks. You might want to strap in for this one because Joe and I have about over a decade of history with one Nicholas Gomez. So it'll be quite a show. There's lots to talk about. I did 10 years in Zombie Holocaust with Nick. You've been in there since 11 years maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2009. The
Oh,
end of so we're gonna call it 2010. The beginning of it
okay.
was towards the end of 2009.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, that'll be fun. Lots of stories, lots of good times with Nick Gomez, Nicholas Alexander Gomez. He's going to be our special guest next week. Can't wait to chat with him. As I mentioned, we had Vic on last week. It feels nice to have guests again. Sort of talking to people takes the weight off our shoulders a little bit. Do you feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders, Joe?
Yes and no. I mean, I it's fun to come in and listen to what other people have to say, and it's fun
Mm-hmm.
to have somebody come in and direct the direction
Yeah.
of the show, direct the direction of the directed path that we directed ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun because it kind of, I don't know, kind of brings me out of my shell, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and I like thinking different. So that's actually one of my favorite things about being a musician is playing with different musicians and playing with new musicians because it gives me new ideas. I watch what you do, I watch what Vic does, and I go, "Dang, I never thought about that before." And
Yeah.
maybe makes me act in a different way that might improve my life.
Wow. Well, that's a nice way to put it. I like the way you framed that. That was very sweet. That was very sweet.
So
What
Vic is a great guy. That's what I'm saying. And Nick is too, man. What a
Vic and Nick?
fantastic dude.
They should have a show. Vic and Nick. It'd be something. Yeah. Nick and Vic. Wow.
Morning after spinoff.
Morning after spinoff. Yeah, where we would get some of the revenue because it's a spinoff.
Well, yeah.
Weight on his shoulders. Did you just call him fat? Ooh, not anymore.
Well, if you, I'm still fat, but working on it,
Yeah, well, you're disappearing very, very quickly right before my eyes.
trying to.
Good, good. That's a good compliment to give someone when they're losing weight. You walk up to them and say, "You're disappearing," and then they go, "Oh, stop."
Oh, you.
Oh, stop. So, one thing I'm excited to talk to Nick Gomez about is Aftershock Festival that just happened over the weekend, right in your backyard. Was it Sacramento or right? Sacramento?
It was Sacramento at Discovery Park.
Yeah. And you didn't go.
You know what? I didn't go, and I actually was in contact with Nick, and I offered him a couch to sleep on
Okay.
because I know that he was driving out from Monterey to Sacramento, and then driving back to Monterey, and I'm like, dude, I'm like 40 minutes away, and I don't know. I wanted to go really bad, but just wasn't in the stars.
Metallica played like 2 sets, or did they just play one night? Am I imagining that?
Nope, they played 2 nights.
2 nights. Can you imagine that?
2
Seeing
nights,
Metallica
man.
twice. Have you ever seen
Dude.
Metallica? Have we talked
I
about
have.
this? Okay.
I don't know if we ever talked about that, but I've seen them a handful of times.
Did you see them at the Power Man 5000 System of a Down? Was it Summer Sanitarium?
Yeah, Summer Sanitarium at 3Com Park.
That was like the biggest Metallica tour ever at the time. I remember
Was it?
that. Like everybody and their mom went to that, and not me, of course. I wish I did.
My mom didn't
I
go.
wish I did. But it looked like it was damn fun, that Aftershock Festival. I know we were sitting here a year ago, sort of wondering, is this shit going to happen? About a year ago now. I remember we looked at the bill, we looked at the date, and I remember thinking, this is very optimistic, thinking that we're going to have a festival show this early, but they did it, and nobody got sick.
I can't confirm that at all. I know there was a ton of people there.
Neither can I. Yeah, there was a ton of people there. The Misfits played. Fucking the whole Bay Area Strikes Back gang played. Death Angel Exodus was there too, right?
Yep.
Wow, man, I fucked up.
Testament. There was another one that we're missing. I know Anthrax played.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did they live stream these festivals? They should.
You know, I know Slaughter by the Water used to.
Slaughter by the Water. Yeah. Nick's got a great story about that too. About failure of streaming a festival concert called Slaughter by the Water. I'll have to have him tell the story, but I think what happened was the dude in the van, you know, the production truck, was literally sitting there getting stoned, and then Nick had heard that the broadcast wasn't live, so he went down to the truck. Was like, "Hey, what's going on? We're not live." And the dude was like, "Huh? Oh, whoops!" And then pressed a button, and then it went on.
Oh no, I never heard that one.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear him say that, because I'm not sure how accurate I am. I hope I hit that spot on, because it's funnier that way. Yeah. Wait till the show's live, till you get stoned. That's my advice.
Right?
Yeah. I enjoy some cannabis sometimes, but not before the show. Never. So yeah, I'm a little jealous of all those people that went. I didn't hear anything like crazy happened or anything, but I would have liked to have seen that show. But I'm not sure about going into giant crowds like that. But I'm glad they had it. I'm glad everybody seemed to have enjoyed themselves. Yeah.
I didn't buy tickets last year for the same reason, and
Because you weren't sure how.
Didn't know where the world was going to be.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to. And so as it got closer and closer, I'm like, man, I need to go see Metallica. And I had some stuff going on this weekend. I had a 3-day weekend. I had every opportunity. I drove by the area twice. And I got offered 3 tickets.
Wow, man. It was on a silver platter for you.
Mm-hmm.
It was in your
And
backyard. Free tickets.
Man. 3 different occasions. So, but you know, it's all right. I had a great weekend. I folded my laundry. I made my bed.
Oh, wow.
And that was just this morning.
Jelly. I don't get to fold my laundry for another hour. It's in the dryer right now. That's why. But yeah. Wow, look at you. Look at you finding joy in the small things in life. That's what it's all about. You know, laundry, making your breakfast in the morning, washing your car, things like that. There are joys in these small little. Come on, you don't go through a car wash with all the funny lights and stuff and it goes. That's not fun to you? Come on.
I have done it and it has been fun. Have I done it in the past 10 years? No, I have not.
Oh, you got to get in there, man. You got to get in there.
I wish my van would fit in there, but it doesn't.
Oh.
My van's a little long and a little too tall.
Big people problems.
Kind of like my life.
Your van has to buy 2 seats at the movie theater.
It does,
Yeah,
you know.
that's a
Which,
shame.
man, but it's nice to be able to sprawl out.
Yeah, so what are you putting in that big old van these days? It's got a lot of room in there. What are you hauling?
Honestly, there's not a lot in there. I mean, I have been lucky and gotten to load it with music gear.
Mhm.
But currently, right now, there's a twin size bed in there, and still a couple boxes from when I moved a year ago.
You have a twin size bed in your van?
Ooh, I do have a twin size bed in my van.
You know how hot that is?
Dude, it gets pretty steamy in there,
I think it just got steamy in here.
right?
There's a lot you
So,
can
but yeah,
do.
no, it's a twin size bed. It's an actual mattress, and yeah, I had the seats taken out, and you just hop right in, jump in there. And when I was in the Bay Area, I used to go sit down, drive by down by the water, roll down all the windows, open the doors, and just lay in the bed and watch TV and just sit by the water and listen to the kids laugh, the birds chirp, and the water splash. You
Man,
move up
that's
here, it's hot, man. You're gonna die in that car, even with the windows and the not gonna
yeah.
happen.
You're missing that Benicia breeze, aren't you?
Mm. That's actually what they call the transit,
Benicia breeze?
the Benicia breeze.
Wow. Yeah, I knew it had a
It's
ring
a
to it.
thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I just told this to somebody, and I remember old Dan Souza's dad moved to Texas for like a couple months, and then he came back, and I was like, "What the hell brought you back here?" And he's like, "Man, you can't buy that cool breeze, man." And I'm like, "Wow." Just so eloquently put, you can't buy that cool breeze. And it's true. When you're in Texas, just hot fucking air. When you're in the Bay Area, it's like, whoa, cool breeze. Yeah, baby. It's windy as fuck right now in Benicia, says Shazbot. If you're curious as to what the weather was like in your former hometown, Joe, did you like it windy?
No, I'm not a windy guy. I don't like it cold, but I could deal with it cold. When it's cold and windy, man, that's hard. And it's windy here too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's things are going to be blown out into the garden. Things
Yeah,
are going to get knocked over.
wind is bad where you live now because it usually just means the fire is going to spread even larger.
Well, than that, even too, we did get the warning today. Living in California, PG&E started last year,
Yeah.
really putting out those commercials on television where strategically they're going to start turning off power. So if lines go down, it's not gonna affect anybody. And yeah, we got our warning today because
Yeah.
I'm out in the middle of. There's a lot of trees. I look out and ooh, look at all those trees. It's pretty out here.
Look at that mountain. Look at those trees. Look at that bum over there. He's down on his knees.
You know what? I can't see the bum and I can't see Mount Diablo today.
No, is it too cloudy out there to see Mount Diablo and its beautiful tarantulas?
It's either cloudy or all the dust is being picked up. It's definitely not cloudy. It looks like smog a little bit.
Wow.
Um,
Well, look
I
at
have a
that.
really epic view. I can see so much and so far. I can see Sacramento. It's really pretty. And yeah, you can see storms coming up and going and lightning in the distance. And it's really, really great, especially in the nighttime with all the lights and the planes and the stars and all that stuff. But today you can't see nothing.
Look at that. Folks, hope you're enjoying this weather talk. I started it. Sorry about that. some very, very very, very sexy weather talk. Oh, look at this. Edsy's in the house. Randy Newman reference. Thank you for noticing. I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to toot my own horn, but that was a Randy Newman reference. I love LA. Great song. So yeah, it is getting to be that time. Speaking of weather, it's a little chilly. You can't see Mount Diablo from your window because it's starting to just get a little chilly. Halloween season. You watching any scary movies? I'm gonna get you into Halloween. God damn it! I know you don't care about it, but I'm gonna make you care about it.
It's not that I don't care about it. It's just I got to go to work.
You're like, I'm an adult, JP. Okay, it's not that I don't care about it. I just have adult things to do.
It's not so much being an adult. It's more of working the restaurant industry.
Because you're like, Halloween, I'm guaranteed to be working that night.
Because when you work in the type of restaurant that I do, all the kids
Mhm.
ask for the day off, and then everyone wants to go out and celebrate Halloween, and they want pizza, man.
Here's what I do. Here's what we do in our household. We make the entire month of October Halloween. Like, Halloween lasts from the 1st to the 31st. And then we're just like celebrating it the whole time. We're not trick or treating. We're not giving out candy until the 31st. That's strange. Pop by someone's house on the 2nd of October, like, trick or treat. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I go, it's a household thing. We celebrate all month." But yeah, no, we were watching scary movies already. We watched what was it? Spiral. We watched Spiral. Have you heard of Spiral?
I have not.
It's got Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. It's got Samuel L. and Chris Rock, and it's from the Book of Saw. Spiral from the Book of Saw. Did you know it was a series of books? It's like Tolkien. Are the movies doing the books justice?
I didn't know that Saw was a book.
I don't think it was. It was. I don't think it was. But every movie that comes out now that is a Saw movie, they say from the Book of Saw.
Well, I could see it because, like, the side Star Wars stories, they're all saying, a Star Wars story, Han Solo or Solo, a Star Wars story.
And it was not a book, right? Star Wars.
No,
it was a film.
It was a film. I mean, I'm sure there's books now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Star Wars kind of broke my heart with that. I'm sure that there were origin stories of Han Solo on book, but once they started making new Star Wars movies, they took all the books, the years and years of books and comics and different things, and they made it not canon. And man, I grew up reading those, so like they took my childhood and made my childhood not canon.
Yeah, Disney's like, we'll take it from here.
It's like, let's just pretend like that was just a bad dream.
Did George Lucas himself sign off on all those books and shit and all these extended universe type things?
I can only assume that he did. It had his name on it, but and I would normally say it's probably because I mean, he wasn't complaining about the checks, that he was getting, but I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but when he sold Star Wars to Disney, I heard that he donated that money.
Wow. George Lucas, solid dude. Who would have thought?
I mean, that's just what I heard. So I don't know if that's real or not. But I do know, like, when you do anything Star Wars, there's a consultant. There's like, people that are going to go in there and make sure that it's as canon as possible, and then they probably went back to a certain time, like, this ain't gonna happen. Like, we're gonna tell new stories with our way, with their creative leads, and George Lucas, I'm sure he gets some money he's made the money back that he's donated just because his name's on it.
Probably, yeah.
There's been 7 Star Wars movies since the new ones came out.
There's like the Solo project movie. There's a movie called Solo, right?
Yep. No,
was that good?
It is good. I actually really enjoyed it, even though I've only seen it like twice.
I think that's enough times to be able to say you really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
there's movies I've really enjoyed. I've only seen them once.
That's true, but normally, like, I've seen all the Star Wars movies a ton of times. When I'm sick, when I'm stuck at home and I'm sick, I will play all the Indiana Jones movies and all the Star Wars movies.
Just a Harrison Ford freak over here.
Oh man,
cherry on top, Air Force One. Get off my plane.
Oh man, you beat me to it.
That's the only line I think that's the only memorable line in that movie.
The only line that really mattered,
Yeah.
I mean, so I mean, I think you're good there.
Thank you. Yeah. Air Force one of those movies I saw once, enjoyed it, never watched it again. Think I'll have to bust it out.
You have it on VHS?
I don't. It's very Under Siege-y, right? It's got like an Under Siege kind of vibe, but it all happens down on a plane. You like the Under Siege movies with Steven Seagal? Oh,
Nope, I never seen him. The only thing Steven Seagal that I know of. I heard his album one time. He had
I
an
was gonna
album.
say, how about his music career? Yes.
I heard
Oh
it,
my
and
god.
I don't know if I was with you when I heard it, but I heard it at Sam Zerner's house,
Dominique, pull
recording
up
some
some
sort of.
pull up some Steven Seagal music, please. So you heard this at Sam's house? What you guys were recording, and then he turned it on because he likes to do that.
I think yeah, he likes to put on random things that are like way freaking crazy, and yeah, I think he owned it. I think he actually had the physical copy,
Like a DVD or something.
like a CD, the CD of Steven.
Holy cannoli!
It was
Oh, here we
acoustic
go.
music.
Uh, I've got him here live with a blues band. It appears.
Hmm.
Let's check it out, guys. Who wants to watch some Steven Seagal? Oh, the chat's going nuts. Look at that. Oh boy, they all
And the
want
crowd goes wild.
it. They all want it, and damn it, they're gonna get it. We have "Dust My Broom" by Steven Seagal. That sounds like weirdly sexual. Dust my broom? Dust my broom. What do you think before I press it? What do you think that even means, Joe? Dust my broom.
Well, he's gonna use it to sweep, but he's too lazy to take outside and get all the dust from the last time out of the broom, so he doesn't track more in. So he's pretty much a womanizer.
I'm so glad that I have a co-host on this show that we can do this together because I didn't know what that meant until you were here. Wow.
I don't know if that's
Okay.
what it means, but just look at him.
Well, it's better than what I had. What do you say we hit play on this thing? Let's see what we got. We'll
Just-
see if we get
Just
copyright.
push play.
Yeah, we'll get copyright tagged for a fucking Steven Seagal song. But let's do it.
Ding.
Okay, very standard blues so far. Some feedback. Oh shit! Yes, dude.
I won't wake up in the morning, I believe I'll dust my broom.
Dust My Broom is a song from the 30s. Thank you, Chaz.
Wake up in the morning, I believe I'll dust my broom. I'm gonna quit the gal I'm loving while my friend will have my room.
Alright, so here's the problem. It's kind of too good to be funny, but not good enough to be good.
I would have
Does
to
that
agree
make-
with that.
Yeah, does that make sense?
It's not a shit show like the AC/DC original singer riding on the back of somebody else's motorcycle.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Those hands can do more than just Aikido. Woo! He can finger that guitar, can he? Look at that. My man, the Aikido master. Wow. All right, let's play a little more just to we'll get to the chorus and then let's see what happens.
I'm gonna write me a letter, telephone every time I know.
What?
I'm gonna write me a letter, telephone every time I know.
What is he saying there?
Well, she's not in New Orleans, she's in East Monroe, you know.
Okay, he can play though. How do you feel about his Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits sort of finger picking style? It looks like he's got a little handle on it. It's good.
You know, I'm actually I'm impressed. It's a lot better than I thought because I kind of seen it
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, he's letting his band carry him. He's hitting the notes, but no, he's playing the leads. I like the
he-
thumb technique. You know, I don't know if I mean, if you know me, I favor a thumb technique myself when playing, and I try to do that when I'm playing guitar too. I try not to use a pick, so I dig that.
I'm going to write a letter, telephone every town I know. Okay, that's what he was saying. I had no fucking idea. It was a garbled mumble, marbles in the mouth kind of situation. But that is a quality that we sort of like in singers, isn't it? Like that sort, like we don't need them to enunciate every single thing. We need actors to do that. We don't need singers to do that. I like when a singer sort of mumbles the lyrics. It's like style, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah. Is that Yeti, former Zombie Holocaust bass player on the keyboards there?
I think that was Yeti.
Yeah. That's another thing we'll have to talk to about Nick Gomez. How many bass players have been in Zombie Holocaust? It's like a list that I think it's somewhere around 15 or something like that.
It's
ridiculous.
story.
I even played bass for Zombie Holocaust one time. Wow, drummer's enjoying it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's getting paid some good money.
Just play the same lead for the third time.
Fix that pickup.
Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I have a new respect for Steven Seagal. I didn't know any of this existed.
You didn't respect him before? That he could totally snap your neck with that same thumb.
It's no Steve Martin on banjo. No, absolutely not. Steve Martin, that man can shred a banjo. You ever watch Steve Martin shred banjo?
No, actually, I haven't. I know he can play.
Yeah, he's not like okay at it. He's like really good at banjo.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ed Helms from The Office too. Occasionally busts the banjo out. You remember that?
I want to say once or twice. I remember.
Yeah, there's an episode where the Nard Dog and Dwight are playing "Country Roads," "Take Me Home" by John Denver, and they're just fucking in the break room being hella loud playing. Oh boy, but banjo is not an easy instrument to play. Like I play guitar and I picked up a banjo once. I was like, I don't know what am I supposed to do? What do I do? It's got that one weird small string that only goes up like half the neck. What is that?
Right.
What is that?
That's their fifth string?
I don't know, but why does it only go up half the neck?
I don't know, man, but I can tell you this. I know Shazbot used to play the banjo.
What's up with that little string, Shazbot? What is that? What is that?
It's like the little hand from the guy from Scary Movie.
Well, I've got to hand it to you for that one. That was good. Let me give you a standing ovation. Yeah. Wow, there's a... Wait, no. What is this? Okay, now there's a video underneath the last video. This can't be real. It says... I don't know if I should go and play something I haven't watched before on our show. But the title is interesting. It says, Steven Seagal featuring Lady Saw Me Want the Punani.
I think your gut feeling is probably the right feeling on this one.
Like to not play it?
Yeah, because that's when Steven's management calls our management, and then we pay that fine.
Now, what is this? I think this is real.
Sounds like clickbait to me.
According to the comments that I'm reading, this appears to be real. One thing says, holy crap, this is so bad, it's actually amazing. Wow. Okay, let's play it. Enough. We're going to play it. We're doing it. We're doing more Steven Seagal, guys. I know we lost a lot of viewers in the last 5 minutes. But let's keep it going. This is Steven Seagal featuring Lady Saw Me Want the Punani. Dear Lord. It just feels not right saying that out loud.
fly down to Jamaica and say one of the baddest girl. So them send for Lady Stark, I don't know me raw. You see me? So
Girl, what you really want, darling?
me want the body if you make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
Me want to put on this if you make me
Me
nice.
want the body, him want the punani. I mean, know it nice. So
When the girl start to strut, you could look at that, but you shouldn't do that. The girl dress is just that pretty, not just there to cover her kitty.
when me a fling it up, you better know fi back it up. When me and that
Did he just say the dress is there to not just to be pretty, but to cover her kitty? Did he just say that?
I'm pretty sure he did, and now it's all over the internet.
Let's back it up.
Pretty, not just there to shouldn't do that. The girl dress is just that pretty, not just there to cover her kitty.
when me a
Whoa. Whoa. Who knew that Steven Seagal was such a sexual being?
Not me. I had no idea.
This is
You had me fooled
ridiculous.
there.
Oh my god, this is fantastic. I can't wait to dig into this. Like, there's got to be, maybe he has like a Spotify too with all his works. Wow, incredible. Now there's a band called Steven Seagulls. That's not fun. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for
I've heard of
legitimate.
them.
You have?
I've heard of them.
Steven Seagal Mojo Priest from 2006. So this has been going on for a lot longer than I realized. Is there anything this guy can't do? Wow, I don't think he can dress himself. There's one thing.
There it is. You found it.
Still there, Joe?
Yeah.
It's crazy. My whole computer just turned off on me. But
Ooh.
it like went into sleep mode. Now I'm back.
Maybe it's
you there?
Maybe it's
Still
getting
there?
a little tired.
We
I
still
know.
live?
Are you?
The fuck? Okay, I think we're still live. That was weird. Both my screens went black, and then it took me to my home screen, my login screen. What the fuck happened? Okay, we're here. I think it was like stop playing Steven Seagal stuff. Fair enough. I will.
It might
I'll
be.
stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Sorry, everyone. We did lose a lot of viewers there. So sorry about that. So yeah, Steven Seagal does music. Maybe next year he'll be at Aftershock Festival.
I hope not.
Yeah, you're not gonna. That's not gonna put you over the edge for buying a ticket.
Nah, they did a pretty good job this year. I don't think they can top it. So I'm not even.
Seriously, yeah, Joe. If you're not going when there's Metallica, Exodus, Death Angel, who else? Suicidal Tendencies. I want to say.
Body count.
Body Count. You're never gonna
Mastodon.
go. You're never gonna
Gojira.
go.
Gojira played. I've been listening to their newest album. That's a really good one.
How do you feel about Gojira? Because I need to hear more of them. I don't think I've ever listened to them.
They're all right. I mean, if you're into that style stuff, I mean, I try to listen to what's coming out, and try not to close the book on what I like musically. But there's certain things I don't listen to, and there was just something about that album cover that drawn me to it.
Wow, the
It was
cover.
just really, the cover was just really fun. I still try to buy things based on, remember back before we had the internet in our pockets, and you go to the record store and you're flipping through all those CDs, like click, 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 and then you find one like, dude, this looks tight. You look at the back, like those guys look kind of cool, and then you pick
could
it
do
up,
that
and
back
it's like,
then.
there's like three cowboys like sitting on a hill range wearing ponchos, and you put that bad boy in, and next thing you know, you came across Motorhead's Ace of Spades, and you're like, what is this? So I still try to take those risks today.
And do you find that back then, because I would do the same thing, I'd be at Rasputin's looking through the old used CDs or whatever, and then you see something, as you said, it looks cool, guys look cool, album cover looks cool, it's in the used metal section, then you buy it, and then you almost, it's like you're, as they say, watching it through rose-colored glasses or whatever. You're like, you're trying extra hard, not extra hard, but you're trying a little more hard to enjoy it because you bought it. Do you ever have that? You know what I mean? Like, you know when you want to like something, right? And then sometimes you don't want to like something. And then usually that kind of decides whether you're going to like it or not. It's very rare when you don't want to like something, but then it actually ends up being pretty good and you actually end up, not you, but we as humans, you know, you say, oh, I didn't want to like it. Sometimes it breaks through and you do like it. But, you know, when you buy a random CD from Rasputin's, you're like, damn, this better be good. So you're like rooting for it to be good, you know, and then it kind of makes it kind of good. You know what I mean?
You know, I mean, you pre make up your mind, you know, like how you were
Yes.
saying, and then I know, like, during those times I didn't have a CD player in my car. I had a tape deck, so normally I bought a couple of CDs and I bought a couple of tapes for the old Oldsmobile, Cutlass Supreme, to listen to on the way home, and then I'm sitting here just like daydreaming about the music. And not only did I do that, but back in the day, which I miss these days, in Pleasant Hill, there was a Blondie's Pizza right next door to Rasputin's. So we would buy our CDs and go over to to Blondie's Pizza, order slices, and open up our CDs, look through the booklets, look at like who they're thinking, the cool pictures, and then so that whole drive home, you're like, dude, this is gonna be tight. Like, I can't wait to get home, and maybe you get home and do some stuff. You know, your mom's yelling at you, and you're like all fucking day. You know, like clean your room, fucking take the dog out. Go, like, you know, change your little brother, you know, and 5 hours pass, and you finally get to put on that CD. And yeah, it's not as good, but you're like, fuck it, you know, like, my friends aren't gonna like this, but I'm gonna like it. And the next thing you know, you're liking something that almost out of stubbornness.
That's what I mean.
Yes. Like you said, you rooted for it for so
Yes.
hard, you know, and like, oh,
Yes.
I still have a pile of CDs, especially within my move. I still have bags upon bags of CDs of that I haven't even taken out yet. And there's some questionable ones in there. There's some good gems going like, why did I buy this? And I put that, I'm like, oh, dude, this is pretty fucking cool. You know, 10 years later, you know.
I gotta give you some homework. You gotta go through your CDs and you gotta go through all the questionable. Bring me the most questionable purchases. I gotta see it, and then we'll talk about it on the show. Doesn't have to be next week.
I don't know if I want to do that. It's gonna ruin my street cred, because I'm the type of guy, and I talk about this often, to where I didn't have a lot of metalhead friends. I didn't have older siblings, and in our town there wasn't a lot of us. And we didn't have the internet for like free access to information as we do now. So yeah, I grew up listening to Live 105 and you know, watching what was hot on MTV. So of course I gravitated towards new metal. You know, listening to a lot of Korn and you know, like I picked up this first Slipknot CD. You know, and then different things come out, and then you see Kitty, and you're like, oh, hot chicks from Canada playing metal, I have to buy this, you know. And then you're like, all right. And then that all changed for me the first time I heard Slayer. I was like, oh, I see the difference now. Like, I was instantly able to tell the difference between, you know, what I was listening to versus Slayer. So yeah, I still have like a pile of CDs, like, you know, System of a Down, you know, all that new metal stuff that MTV was telling us to check out, you know. And
I'd like to go through them. I'd like to see what you got. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm still gonna have to give you the homework.
Oof.
No,
I'll pick one of the 30 bags that I haven't unpacked yet, and we'll see what's in there.
There you go. There's got to be some good stuff in there. But yeah, man, you said it. It's when you buy it and you rip open the annoying shrink wrap, and then you get the stupid sticker off the top of the CD. You know, the one that sealed it shut, sort of, with the white label. You peel that fucking thing off for 10 minutes, and then you open it, and then the book, dude. You look through the book. You haven't even heard the CD yet. You're looking through the book. You're rooting for it. And then years down the road, you get a podcast, and you're like, why did I buy all that stuff? Well, now we've explained it. This is why. Because you're rooting for it. You know, but
I've done that with CDs. I bought CDs before and was like, this is crap. And then
Yeah.
like 5 years later, I pick it up. I'm like, all right, everyone's talking about it, and you put it back in. All right, this is better. And then 20 years pass, and you listen to it, and you're like, dude, this is like one of the greatest. Like if aliens came to Earth and asked for 5 top metal albums, like this would probably be in it.
Wow. Yeah. So
I mean, like,
sometimes it's reverse.
but just like because you're thinking like, all right, this is cool, and you just can't you can't understand what's going on. And I did that with 2 albums that are my favorites today. One is Megadeth's Rest in Peace.
Oh.
I don't think that I could understand what was going on there. And then also Death's Sound of Perseverance was another one to where like I don't get it.
That was, you said I bought that one out of the used bin at a Rasputin's. Sound of Perseverance. It's the first Death CD I ever heard was their last one, and their most odd. Not odd, but just it didn't sound like any of the other ones. And I love that one so much. Wow.
That's a heavy hitter, man.
It's a heavy hitter. Kobe King appreciates your OG sensibilities. That's OG, Big Joe. The CD, baby. Compact disc. You get a free digital version and a physical version. That's the best thing about CDs, folks. You get the physical copy, and the CD itself is a free digital version. Okay? I love the way Shazbot framed this here. The cover of an album is the beginning of a musical mystery that unravels track by track. That's why they're so fun to purchase. Yes, and you heard me at the top of the show saying how I'm waiting for my Vindicator CD to come because I want the damn CD. I have it on. I own it on Bandcamp already. Maybe I'll play it so it'll get some plays. I don't know if that helps the band or something. I already bought it, but I want the experience. That's why I'm waiting for the fucking CD. I can't wait till it gets here. I hope it's shrink wrapped. If it's not shrink wrapped, then I'll shrink wrap it myself, and then I'll take the shrink wrap off, and then I'm gonna listen to that fucker in my car because songs sound good on the CD. Okay, guys, go buy a CD. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Yeah, I would really like to look through your CD collection.
There's a few that have made it out off of my porch onto the freeway over the years.
Oh, wow.
They make good frisbees.
Absolutely. I got a whole box full of my old band's CDs that I'm willing to use as frisbees. Coasters. Ideally, I want someone to listen to them and rock out, but doesn't always work that way. I remember one night at practice, you, me, Zombie Holocaust, we're hanging out, and our studio, our rehearsal studio, as soon as you open the door to go outside of our rehearsal studio, you have a garbage bin. We were located right next to the garbage bin, which is fitting. And I remember people would throw their everyday garbage in there, sometimes a 40 bottle full of urine you'd find in there. But then sometimes people would throw big garbage in there, like they were renovating their whole studio, like big pieces of wood and stuff like that. One time we found a box. It was a cardboard box full of a band's like full-length CD.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, and it was like from 15 years ago. And like Nick was like, "Damn, look at that. That's somebody's dreams right there. That's somebody's dreams right there going into the trash." And I stopped and I thought about that. How sad that is. Just a box full of full-length CDs in the shrink wrap still going into the garbage. Like he couldn't even give them away. Man, that hurts.
Give it away to the garbage can.
give it away to the garbage can. Yeah, the garbage can liked it. Garbage can was like, nom, give me more. But there was no more. Just one box of someone's dreams. And I still think about that to this day. That's why I keep all my all my old CDs that we never sold, because I don't want anyone going up to a garbage can and being like, "Wow, look at that. Someone's dreams." Right in the garbage.
Maybe we needed to start burying our unsold and unopened boxes of CDs, just put them to rest.
Give it back to the earth.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Man, made me sad. Now I'm sad again just thinking about it. I remember what it looked like. It was like a blue cover, and it was like futuristic. It had lines on it. Wow. Someone's hopes and dreams in the garbage. Wow. Anyway, so thanks for watching the show, guys. This is this is our hopes and dreams are now in this broadcast. So don't throw us away. It's the beauty of the internet. You can't fucking throw it away. It's live on the internet forever. That makes me happy.
Forever.
Forever. That could be good or bad. Sometimes people say some unsavory type things and they live on the internet forever and they're like, damn, forever. Damn. I fucked up. Not you, Joe. You think if they look through your Twitter or something, they'd find bad stuff?
You'll find some bad stuff in there somewhere.
Really?
One thing.
You almost sound like you're encouraging people to look.
Yeah, go check it out. One thing I tried to never post is pictures of alcohol endorsement and me drinking.
I remember that.
I tried not to, but there was times where it made it. And I'm like, oh, look at that post.
You would even ask us of that sometimes. You'd be like, hey, because we're a bunch of idiots in a band drinking and smoking weed and taking pictures. And I remember sometimes you'd be like, hey, this is a great time and we're having fun. But you're like, maybe don't include that picture of me in there because I have a job and I have kids. And I'm like, that's right. None of us have those things. You're the only one of us that has those things. So that's fair. Yeah, you'd be like, hey, we're having a good time, but don't include me in your Facebook post. Those pictures of JP butt chugging Olympia beer. Leave me out. Leave me out. And that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And you were always about that. You're like, don't include these pictures of me.
I had a T-shirt that said that.
Don't include these pictures of me. That's good.
But the Olympia beer, that reminds me of the time that we did a photo shoot out at a bus stop.
On Grand Avenue. Yeah, we were on Grand Avenue out there in Oakland. Yeah. Yeah,
and then there was a great picture of us out there. And then footage of you chasing a bus down.
Yeah.
On the main street.
Yeah.
With your guitar and the beer. In the middle of the street. You're like running through the street.
Was it Jordan and me or was it just me? I feel like Jordan was in there too.
He might have been in there too. I just remember you. But maybe because he had the beer and you had the guitar, and it was just like, if anybody driving by, which there was, I bet you the bus driver goes like, nope, I'm used to fucking crazy ass people in Oakland chasing me down with weird shit in their hands. We're not stopping this bus.
Yeah. This dude's got a 12-pack of beer, and the other dude's got a guitar. It's like,
right.
This is going to be a very annoying bus ride if I pick these dudes up.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah, I remember that too. We were filming a commercial. I don't know what we were doing.
Getting ready for tour.
Yeah, I think we were just promoting a tour. Was that it? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. What a peach you are, promoting a tour that you knew that you probably couldn't go on.
I was definitely known that I wasn't going on it. That's why I remember it, because I still showed up for all the promos and stuff. And you guys got to promote an album that I was very proud of and didn't get to go tour.
Yeah, that's a shame. Maybe for the 10-year anniversary, we'll go head out on the road and play that album again. What do you say?
I'm down for whatever.
Okay. Came out in August? Came out August 2013. So about 2 years from now, we'll talk to Nick Gomez about it. We'll head out on the road, see if anybody gives a shit after 10 years, because they didn't give a shit 8 years ago when we put the album out. But maybe they'll care now.
Possibly.
It's a slow burn, that album. It's gonna in 20 years, people are gonna be talking about this thing.
I honestly think so. When thrash comes back again.
Mm-hmm. But it was kind of an anti-thrash record, though, wasn't it? It had thrashy elements, but then again, we also had like saxophone and shit on there. I think there was a flute on the album at one point.
Yep, there was. I mean, there was a whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And the band to me was a whole lot of things. It wasn't. It was definitely breaking that box open and getting to do a lot of fun things. That's definitely what it represented to me. I got to come up and be funky and play slap, and even though I did do those things in my other band, Fog of War, but there was more of a pocket, and I got to experiment a little and. Do some fun things where it wasn't so much predetermined of like, hey, we're trying to be we're Zombie Holocaust, we're trying to remake Strike Force. This was a whole new game of everybody's loves and interests, and I think it came together really nicely.
I like the way you said that. Yeah. No, it definitely. We were definitely not trying to redo Strike Force. In fact, it was the opposite. Like I think, and mostly Nick and Dan. These are the guys that created Strike Force. I'm not talking shit about Strike Force. They were very ready to move on from the simplicity of what Strike Force was. Strike Force was cool, but they wanted to do more. And I think that's probably why they added you, me, and Jordan, because we were just different kinds of players. We weren't just go fast thrash kids. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I still look up to my predecessor, Jeremy Power. He's a great lead player, great sweep pick kind of guy, and he did a bunch of stuff that I just straight up couldn't do. We talked about this last week with Vic. Hey, play these leads. Like, I'm not going to play these because I can't. I'm going to do my own thing. But yeah, I think it was a good record, and Coach Lore thinks it was a good record. That album will one day be huge. Still one of my all-time favorites. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Check out Entitled to Enlightenment. It's on Spotify. We worked really hard on that fucking thing. Didn't we, Joe?
The only memory coming to mind now is the time hanging out at Sam's Earner, bringing up Sam again. Yeah. And you met me out in San Francisco, and we were recording in Sam's room. And I remember we went to go get beer. And we were so juiced, like, oh, we're going to get some beer. And it was like the tiny cans of beer. And we're like, oh, we got a 6-pack of tiny cans.
What? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was some sort of tiny, I think it was Victoria.
Tiny
or
cans?
Something. There was, it just wasn't full-size beer. It was like tiny beers.
Ugh.
But we thought we bought a 6-pack and like, oh, dude, let's get some beer. And like, cool,
Let's be honest. A 6-pack of regular size beers wasn't enough either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, let's be honest with ourselves.
I don't know why we didn't have a keg.
Yeah, we should have just had a keg. We would have finished it.
Duh.
Yeah. Well, I did have a great time recording that record. I don't think, and to speak more on your place in the band, I think you were happy about not. You said you had a pocket. You could play in a little more. You weren't. You weren't required to sort of follow the guitar. I don't think anybody in ZH told you what to play except maybe me. I feel like I probably got in there. I was like, hey, can you do this instead? I wish I didn't. It's like telling another actor how to act. You don't do that.
Yeah, but constructive criticism is always good. And
did it come out constructive though? I have a feeling it didn't. If it came from my mouth, it probably was meant to be constructive, because I have an issue where I say what I mean, and I'm not like, there's no double meaning with what I'm saying, but it does come off a little. Sometimes it comes off a little stern. I don't mean it to be that way, So maybe it was a little of that.
Honestly, I can't remember, but I know, and I can't remember my thought process of that. But I can tell you, I have the problem of telling people, okay, I'm going to do it, and then turning around and still doing what I wanted to do anyways.
Yeah. I know that. Hey, Joe, can you turn down just like a hair, just like a little bit? Can you just turn down? You're like, for sure.
Gotcha, player.
And then while we're playing, I'm like, I don't think he turned down. I don't know if he turned down. I can't. It's too late now. We're in the middle of the song.
I would turn down if need be.
You're like John Entwistle.
Ooh.
They'd be like, yo,
I wish.
So it's a little loud. He's like, well, not loud enough, partner. Turn up a little more.
I wish I was as quick as John. I was just watching a live video of him being old and still ripping it.
Yeah, like in the 90s and shit, like Woodstock. Yeah.
I can't
His
remember
band played Woodstock.
Did it?
Not the Who, the other band he's in,
The
John
John
Entwistle
Whistle
band.
band.
Yeah, yeah. Not good. Not great music, I gotta say. Great bass playing. Kind of okay music. Yeah, enough said. Enough said. So, folks, and we're doing all this zombie Holocaust talk. I want to remind everybody that next week on the show, we have the man who started it all. Not Dan Souza. He's the other man that started it all. We got Nick Gomez on the show next week. Nicholas Alexander Gomez from Zombie Holocaust. Great director of music videos. Just a wonderful guy in the metal scene. Y'all know him. Ridiculous Nicholas. That's just a character, though. He's not Ridiculous Nicholas off stage. Off stage, he's Nicholas Alexander Gomez, and we're going to talk to him next week. That's going to be very exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited to talk to Nick next week? It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long way to the top to talk to Nick Ridiculous. I'm juiced. I'm excited. You know, Nick is always working on something really big.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm always really impressed when I talk to Nick and get filled in on the different things that he's doing. You know, whether it be music, whether it be the movies that he's working on, whether it be the elbows that he gets rub with when he's working on Cliff Burton Day. You know,
that's right. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, Nick is I don't know, a pretty impressive guy, and not only that, he's a friendly guy. He's a nice guy. I mean, when they were doing all that protesting over the pipeline, trying to go through Indian land, he actually flew out there and spoke.
He fucking went there.
You know, he's a native to this country. You know, I can't remember his tribe name, and I always ask him, and I always forget.
Esalen.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's actually like murals painted of him, of his actual character, out there in Monterey.
Wait.
You don't remember that?
What?
Yeah. There's
Okay,
a
wait.
mural
Are
of him and
you
some
fucking
other.
with me?
No.
A mural of Nick Gomez?
Not just only him, but there's like other people. But like his likeliness it wasn't like the Cleveland Indians hat and like, hey, it looks like me. They actually took a picture of him and with other youth and other people, and that somebody had actually painted his likeness on.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I want to say it was in either Santa Cruz or in Monterey, where his tribe is from.
I really wish. Oh man, I gotta ask him about that. Damn, that's gonna be great. You know, good call, Coach Lore. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. Why didn't we have Nick Gomez today? You know, I did bring it up. Maybe
busy.
That was the thing. I was like, hey, we can get you on the show, but I'd like to have a little more time to prepare. We were originally going to have him on today. That would have been nice on Indigenous Peoples Day. But we'll celebrate it next week. How about that?
There you go. Why do we have to just celebrate it one day?
Exactly. It should be all year round, just like Halloween is all month long. Indigenous Peoples Day is every day in my book, folks. I'm woke. All right. Now, so guys, next week Nick Gomez is going to be on the show. That's going to be a very special episode. Can't wait to speak to him. Big Joe, what do you got going on today, man? What's going on this week in the world of Big Joe before we say goodbye?
You know, not a whole lot.
Is there anything that you think about during the week? Like, I just want to go off and fucking just talk about, just be like, I'm so fucking mad at this thing. It doesn't sound like you, but maybe like, man, I just have a lot of thoughts about this one thing, and I'm going to talk about it on the show. Does that ever come to your mind?
No, because normally the things that piss me off aren't for this show. You know, and there are things that make me upset, but you know, I do work to. So
it doesn't have to be something that makes you upset, but just maybe something that you wanted to say. Like, I don't know, because I always give you this little time at the end of the show, and you're like, yeah, you know, love, peace, and chicken grease, and everything is good, and I enjoy you, JP, and thanks for doing the show.
Damn, you said it to the point to where, like, let's just cut it right there. I mean, why reinvent the wheel?
I guess you're
My friend of mine would always say though, and I loved when he say it. When somebody would say, "Well, why reinvent the wheel?" And he's like, "Yeah, but you could always improve on it."
That's true. That's true. You don't have to reinvent it.
You don't. But
Yeah.
honestly, I don't have other than me going to work, me traveling, and I went to my son Jaden's mother's wedding yesterday, which was a really
Wow.
beautiful wedding out there in Santa Rosa.
Oh, how beautiful.
I know it was about 5 hours worth of driving, all in all, and all that stuff. But I got to. Oh, actually, that was not yesterday. That was the day before. I lost a day there. So I got a 3-day weekend out of that. So even today, I kind of woke up going like, shoot, I got to go to work, thinking because I've already had my 2 days off, and but I get to do that. I get to get all my house chores done that older people have to do, and then I'm actually getting together with a group of gentlemen tonight and gonna be playing a little bit of music out here in Sacramento.
I'm jealous of that.
Just trying to work my way into a scene over here. I'm looking for that drummer. I still want to do that Big Joe project, which I have 2 in the books. One that I absolutely need to do, and another one that I'm looking for a drummer for.
Folks in the Sacramento area, any drummers out there, do you know a drummer? Do you want to play with the best bass player in Sacramento?
No way.
Or do you not? All right, hook up Big Joe. Talk to this guy.
I don't know the best player in Sacramento, but I'm pretty sure it's not me.
Okay, all right. Since you're so modest, you want to play with one of the top 2 bass players in Sacramento. Right, top 2. You got to be top 2, right? I love how you won't toot your own horn. I love it. This guy won't toot his own horn, but I'll toot it. I'll toot it all night. I'll toot that horn all night. You hear that, Joe? I will toot your horn. You're like, please stop. Please stop tooting your horn. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it's hard to find musicians, so especially when you're in a new place. Guys, drummers, talk to Big Joe. Don't you want to play with Big Joe? He's the man. All right, enough of that. Well, folks, it's been a great show. I'll try to keep it short. We got a big show next week. I think we're gonna have to have a commercial break at some point next week. Who knows? It might be a quick chat, might be a long chat. Don't know. But we're gonna have Nick Gomez on the show next week. Let's see here. What do we got? You can follow us on Instagram at The Morning After TV. You can follow Big Joe at Big Joe 616. You can follow me at JP_SRV. This episode is sponsored by thewarriorroom.com. Guys, you want to get in your workouts, but you don't want to go to the gym because you're afraid of the germs. You're afraid of the weirdos looking at you. Do it from the comfort of your own home. Go to thewarriorroom.com. Okay? Yoga, boot camps, guided meditation. There's also lots of information on nutritional stuff. Go to thewarriorroom.com. Got a Warrior Room mug here because we support the Warrior Room here, and they support us. So check them out. This episode is also sponsored, as always, by Trilogy brand medicated beef jerky. 123 Trilogy beef jerky. All right. Send us an email at morningaftertv@gmail.com. There's always weird shit in our email inbox. It's great. I love when you guys send stuff. I think a couple weeks ago we had an otter's penis or something. Was that last week? Or I forget what that was. Somebody sent us a picture of an otter with a massive, well, yeah, I look at them. I look at them all. If you send something to us at morningaftertv@gmail.com, I will look at it. And
true story.
It's a true story, and I can't unsee what I saw. So, great opportunity for trolling there, guys. Okay, guys, be sure to, I should have said this at the start of the show, but it really helps when you follow us, so hit a follow, hit a follow. That didn't come out right. Hit follow, hit like, hit subscribe. It does help us out. It sounds silly, and if you do enjoy us, it'd mean a lot to us, so give us a little clicko. Turn that red button green or whatever the fuck has to happen. Okay? Guys, it's been great. For Big Joe, I'm JP. It's been the morning after with JP and Big Joe. Check us out. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. We'll be here next week live at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with Nicholas Alexander Gomez. His name's getting harder to say. The more I say it, I'm going, Nicholas Alexander Gomez. We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for joining us. For Big Joe, it's JP. See you guys later.